Welcome to Kings Run, where we're going to be talking about the Hawks and their Game 3 win. We got two special guests on, the Don and Jason Harris. Yo, Ace, take us out. The King is back, and I got something to say. I'm here with my two special guests, the Don and Jason Harris. How y'all doing today, fellas?
I'm good, man. I ain't the guest. I'm just, I'm just a regular, just
Yeah, I feel you, Don. How about you, Jason? How you doing?
Man, I'm happy to be on. It's been a great night so far.
That's good, brother. That's good. So, Jason, tell the people where they can find you at.
On Twitter, Jessica Network, on Facebook, Twitter, and wherever you can find YouTube, all that, just content consistently. And talk. You guys hit me up, Media Jansen, and talk about anything sports. And head it on. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem with having you on. We got 20 people watching. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Go to the YouTube channel and like and subscribe. So the Hawks are still into their game. They're currently winning the game. So we'll talk about that game once they wrap this up with the dub. But let's talk about today's news. On this day today, John Drew became the youngest player to have 40 points and 25 rebounds. He was 20. He was a Hawks player. So for all my Hawks fans, that's what news for today. Game 1, they played the Bulls. They beat the Bulls 124-104. Game 2, they came out and they beat the Grizzlies 122-112. And before we move on with that, let's give a shout out to Ja Morant. Hope he's okay, man. He hurt his ankle. We hope it's not pretty bad because on it, we wish no injuries on no players. Jazzy Jeff, what's up, homie? Glad you joined the stream, brother. The stats in the Hawks game, we talked about. Trae Young dropped 36 points. When Trae Young hot, he's hot. But in that game, he wasn't really that hot. He was 15-17 from shooting, and he was 1 for 7 from 3. Jansen, how'd you feel about that last game against the Grizzlies? I think he's frozen. All right, so we're going to move on. Hopefully he can come back. The Hawks, 38, 89, 42% from the field. You can be better, but that's actually pretty good. Hawks up 115-100 over the Detroit Pistons at this current moment. 5 minutes left in the game. Don, how do you feel about that second win over the Grizzlies?
It was well needed. It pretty much giving us momentum to in this game right here that we currently up by. So Memphis to me is average. It's an average team in the NBA right now. You can say that. Ja Morant before this injury, he was looking real good. But like I said, it was a good victory for us for the to see what we can do down the stretch, the very beginning of the season.
Jansen, you back with us? Maybe not.
I don't know where you at, man. I told him his internet ain't good. If he can get to some good Wi-Fi, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and do what you got to do. I'll take care of him on my end.
Okay, cool. 3-point percentage in the last game, 13 of 36. That's really good. Free throw percentage 33-38. Like I said, Trae Young was 15-17 in that game. tonight looks like the Hawks are gonna wrap this up. You know, as Falcons fan, you don't want to speak too early on it, but it looks like they're gonna wrap this game up. Currently 115, 101, 5 minutes left in the game. This game, the starters: Trae Young, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Clint Capella. I like this lineup. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this lineup. This lineup was good because in the first quarter, they had a 16-4 run in 4 minutes. I keep telling y'all this Hawks team, not to compare them, but they can go on runs just like the Golden State Warriors used to go on runs. This team can shoot the rock. And with them being able to shoot the rock, it puts teams in a bond. Let me give you an example. Solomon Hill played good defense in the first quarter, got a block off the backboard, went down, and then hit the three. Like, when you can do stuff like that, that changes the game. It changes the game significantly. Timeout, 4:38 in the game left. Hawks up 115, Pistons 104. But things like that change the game. Rondo in this game so far has did his thing. He's dishing out the ball, and he hit 2 threes. Shocking. Trae Young been helping my man out in the gym. In this game, Blake Griffin didn't play, nor did Derrick Rose. So, in my opinion, this game. What did you say, Don?
It don't even be for the game to be this close and them two guys not playing is crazy for Detroit to even be still like neck and neck with us. I just hope we can still just hold off though.
Exactly. That means this Detroit team got some fight. They got some fight in them, and that's good. I like to see young teams with fight. This Detroit Piston team is not going to be a playoff team unless some miraculous things happen. But at least you fighting. At least you're not giving up and rolling over. I know it's early, so you have no reason to do that. But some teams just they just don't play well. Once again, Hawks still up 115 to 104. So let me know in the comment section. Is Trae Young MVP ready? Is his performance MVP like? Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. So Don, let me ask you something since you're here and you got to take the place of my guest. How do you feel about Trae Young and his MVP status?
Last night we talked about this on the main show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been setting it up here. I've been trying to contact Jackson on Twitter, so that's what I've been doing. There you go. But I feel like right now it's looking real good. He should be a candidate early this season to be a I ain't gonna say shoe in, but he should be like I say like top 4 when we talking about MVP discussions right now.
I would agree. I would agree with you on that, Don, with him being top 4. But the only way you win MVP in this league is if you win games. That's the only way.
Playoffs.
Yeah, and you got to make the playoffs.
You're not winning MVP. You sit on the couch when it comes playoff time. Jackson, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right. Yeah, I think this is the best way to do it. Just do it through.
Can you hear me?
Do your audio.
Yeah, we can hear you. So let me ask you something, Jansen. Trae Young, is he MVP?
I don't think he'll be an MVP candidate this season. I think the Hawks will be on that level where I think you guys were alluding to this, but so far so good. He's scoring a lot of points. He's not causing turnovers, and the Hawks are winning right now. I think all these being involved. I think Lloyd Pierce kind of is putting that message to the team, like, look, yeah, we're a lot of points, but we need to at least play enough defense where we're decent on defense and not terrible. Then I'll put him, Trae Young, because it's kind of a whole success. It'll put Trae in a better position to win it, but at the end of the day, not taking things away from Trae Young, because I used to do it too. I used to compare him a lot to Luka, but he's great right now. He's playing basketball at a high level, and I don't want to take from Trae Young, but definitely maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, it'll be more realistic. I don't feel like the next year.
So if Trae Young averages 29 like he did last year, and the Hawks are in the playoffs, you don't think he gets MVP or at least the consideration?
If they're a lower seed, I don't think so. I think there's so many great players in the league. So many other teams that are in position where like the first seed or the second seed or the first seed, and I think he'll be overlooked because I already think the Hawks kind of get slighted with some national TV games. But if you see the Hawks rest of the fourth spot, hopefully again, I don't think it'll happen, but hopefully the fourth spot or the third spot, I think then you can see him for the award. But I think if he's like seed, I don't think he'll be one of the top scorers in the league, one of the top players in the league. But I just don't see how even the MVP this year, he could have three guy for that.
All right, here's my take. All right, you can't deny Trae Young. If we make the playoffs, you can't deny Trae Young being in candidate to win the MVP award. This man been playing like MVP, like crazy for the past couple of years, in my opinion. And now he's going into his third season, and already you seeing like I ain't saying greatness in him, but you seeing that this man is like being unstoppable right now. And it's only the third game we've been playing. Come on now, like we get in the playoffs, he's gonna be in that discussion of MVP when it's all said and done. Will he win? We don't know. But for him to be a candidate, yes. I bet my whole house that he will.
Score update. Hawks down on Hawks up only 7 with 2 minutes left, 119 to 112. I think yeah, I know. You know that Atlanta curse that everybody likes to talk about. But with this being their first home game, I think they'll still pull it out. Trae Young, 20 points at the current moment. You said what, Don?
I said, ain't nobody in the stands.
Yeah, that's probably why. At this current moment, Trae Young got 20 points, 5 of 12 shooting, and of course, 9 for 9 from free throws. 1 of 5 from 3. Once again, Trae Young, I don't want to say going through a little spurt here, but that's two games out of 3 that you've had bad shooting nights. You can't continue to have these shooting nights, especially when you are the primary scorer on this team. Hawks still up 122-114 with 1:19 left. So what can Lloyd Pierce do differently? Let me know in the comment sections. What can Lloyd Pierce do differently, Jansen, to prepare this team defensively?
I think Lloyd Pierce, and again, never he's a little guy. I think there's a lot of pressure on him this year. I think it's a lot of pressure for his defense to really his defensive philosophy to really get the message across to the team. I think that the have to make him to keep his job. I like Lloyd Pierce. I can sit here and say that he's the right coach for the Hawks moving forward the next 2 to 3 years. I expect Hawks to playoffs again. I'm just subjectively. I think they will make the playoffs, but I think they need to be preaching that all season long. This Hawks team offensively, but with Clint Capella and some of these other guys that brought in Rondo, some leadership, some they have to Deion Hunter or Cam Reddish. They have to take steps forward. We have to see development in their game. That Cam, I like him as a player. I think sometimes he doesn't play well with Trae Young. I think that second unit, he has more energy, more confidence. I think he needs to make it all mesh this season. So far, so good. I think the Hawks will make the playoffs, but there's a lot of pressure on him. So he has his playing defense, at least top 15 this year. I hope. Maybe the expectation is too high, top 15, and if they could do that, I think the Hawks need a 7 seed, maybe 6 seed going into the playoffs this year.
So the Hawks just gave a turnover, 117, 122. 1 minute, I think, and 8 seconds left. Can't see the clock. In my opinion, this Hawks team defensively is going to be okay. They have to learn how to play team defense. We're not going to have one player that we can rely on to scrap up let's just say a Giannis since he's in the East. We're not. That's going to be a team ball game. That's going to be the LeBron James rule. Let everybody else score. We not letting Giannis score. That's how we're going to have to play teams with great scorers on this Hawks team. This team defensively as a unit will be very good. I don't think we're going to have one person that's ball dominant who can scrap up anybody that steps on the court. I don't think the Hawks ever had a player like that, and it's not going to come with this team. Maybe that's Cam Reddish or DeAndre Hunter in about 2 to 3 years, but right now, currently, we don't have that player, and it's going to be a lot of team ball. If you're watching the game, there's 45 seconds left. Hawks have the ball, 122, 117. Just missed the layup. Detroit is pushing. Good block by John Collins. Timeout, Lloyd Pierce. We got the ball, 35 seconds left. So the Hawks free throw game. Here we are, free throw game. They got to make their free throws to win this game. I got confidence that the Hawks are going to win this game. I said that earlier, but, I got a little nervous. Going into the next topic, how do you feel about John Collins and his contract or not getting extended, Jason?
I think that, to me, the writing on the wall is I think they'll want to move him. I think this is they are not believing that he is a max player. I understand him being proactive with that. That's what I'm seeing out of the situation. I think John Collins is a baller, but for some reason, the organization doesn't believe he's a max player, or why extend it? What are we waiting for? Okay, I know he had the suspension last year, but outside of that, John Collins has been balling. He's every season. So I hope that they go into negotiations, but everything to me is indicating that they want to move John Collins or see if they can get some picks. That's what I see out of the situation.
I would agree with you, Jess. I don't think he's a max player either. I've said that before. I don't think John Collins is worth the max. I think there's 4 or 5 other power forwards in the game that are better than him. Sabonis being one of them in Indiana, on top of your AD and your Giannis type players. So I don't think he's a max player either, but I do think he deserves to get paid. He's one of those players that deserves to get paid. So I think the Hawks are going to not pay him, and it's going to bite him in the butt. I'm not a John Collins fan, so for me to say that the Hawks could potentially mess up when it comes to John Collins is something new. They're fouling now, so it's the foul game. The Hawks are going to wrap this up. Trae Young, he's probably going to end with about 30 points with free throws if they go to the line. Currently, the man we were just talking about, John Collins, is at the line. So up 5, 34 seconds, he makes the first. So Trae Young is probably going to end with between 25 and 30 points. Once again, 2 for 6. So he made another 3, 2 for 6 from shooting. 33%. We need to see better from Trae Young. Trae Young has to play better. I can say that's a reason why this game is so close. I can look
but you're not going to be able to see. He's going to have off games. That's the thing. He's not going to give us 30-some points a game. And I've said this last night. I'm like, if we can get between 20 to 30 points average a game out of Trae, that's good for your point guard. We need other players to step up too.
Well, we had other players step up in this game. Bogey got 17. So Bogey has 17. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in double digits. So the reason I'm saying on Trae is not, I don't expect Trae to drop 40 every night or 35 every night, but I do expect him, if he takes 6 threes, I'm expecting him to at least make 3. Like at least give me half or 3 or 4 with the way you shoot the rock. So you're supposed to be one of the top tier shooters in the game. And when you go down the stat line and Bogey is 5 for 7, and then you have Solomon Hill who's 4 for 8, you're like, come on, where are you at, Trae? That's where I'm looking at it from. I'm not looking at it saying that Trae should score all the points, but I need you to make the shots that I'm used to you making, especially when you start off with a shaky move and have I forgot the point guard on Detroit's team on ice, and then you splash it in his face. That's your first shot. You like, all right, it's gonna be a good game for Trey. And then to fall off and go at one point be 1 for 6. I mean, 1 for 5 is not good, in my opinion. Home opener looks like they're gonna tie this up and we're gonna win. Jansen, before we get up out of here, are you gonna let the people know where they can find you at again?
Find me on Twitter, Jansen, or just Network, YouTube as well. Guys, go look up wherever you listen to podcast, just Network. Again, thank you, the King, for having me on. Thank you, man. It was great talking with you guys, and hope we have a better connection next time. And link up more things with y'all. If y'all want to come on my platform, you guys let me know. Just inbox me. And thank you for listening. Your content. So I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Giving you guys their perspectives. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Hold on before you go. All right. I got some questions to ask you. All right. And
yeah,
that's why I've been trying to talk to you for a good minute.
cool.
Your takes on Matt Ryan. Tell me about that real quick.
My takes is just some of these guys I listen to, not you guys, but a lot of these guys I listen to in Atlanta, to me, they confuse me with whole everything's because to me, and I had a couple arguments with a couple of guys on Twitter, and hey, I'd be open to debating with them. Yes, Dirk Cutter's a bad coordinator. My thing is, let's not pretend like Matt Ryan has been great outside the stuff. I'm not a fan. I'm a Jets fan. I call it how I see it. Matt Ryan has had some big games. It's not like he has lived up to that contract. You need to step up and play like it. You need to close out games. Oh, it's the defense. That's not my narrative. My narrative is if a quarterback
here's the thing.
That's just me. Matt Ryan hasn't been great. I'm sorry.
But hold on. Time out. Pause on that. All right. Question: have you went back and watched film on all the games?
I wouldn't say every single game, but a lot of them, yes.
All right. How many games? All right. Which games have you went back and watched film on?
At least 70% of them.
At least 70% of them.
Last game, the Chiefs, he wasn't that great. He was that good. In my opinion. I mean, if you're a box score guy, he looked great. But I thought it's ridiculous when you have media members literally pin that on. It's like I hold accountable the person who's getting the highest pay on the team. Just
you can't, but you can't.
The highest pay on the team usually takes the most responsibility.
But you can't. That philosophy to me is dumb because if you have let's say for instance, let's use a job for instance. Let's use I don't know. Let's use a school. Okay, the highest person in the school is the principal, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, the principal is the highest paid person in the school. Now, yes, the principal has a lot of responsibility. Yes, they can hire and fire teachers or whatever they need to. But if you have a lot of people who aren't doing their jobs, the teacher's not lesson planning the right way. You got assistants below him not doing their job, and then on top of that, you got people because remember, principal they don't make all the decisions. You have superintendents on a district level who make the decision for the entire school district. So what if that person above them and they getting paid good too? All right, that's not doing what they need to do. So the reason why I'm using that example is because you got people above Matt Ryan. You have Dirk Cutter above Matt Ryan. You had Thomas Dimitrov and Dan Quinn. Now you got Raheem Morris above Matt Ryan. These guys are telling Matt Ryan what to do. Now, I don't know if you paid attention to the show that I did on New Year's Eve. Matt Ryan is not wearing the wristband, or thing. So he doesn't have the liberty to just call whatever plays he wants to. Now when he had Mike Mularkey here in the early years of his career, he had that liberty, and that's why you see he had a lot of comeback wins during that era. But when we went away from Mike Mularkey and we hired these other OCs who did not give Matt Ryan his liberty to just call whatever plays he wanted to, this is why we lose close games. It ain't because of Matt Ryan. It's just because of how the coaching staff is organized. You just can't just put on one person. So let's say for instance, so if the let's use another team for an example. Let's use the Tennessee Titans. So if they lose, is it on Derrick Henry that they lose?
You said Ryan Tannehill, is that what
I ain't saying Ryan Tannehill, because Ryan Tannehill ain't the highest paid person in Tennessee.
Is that what you said? Oh my!
No, I said no. I said Derrick Henry.
I'm just saying if they lose, you said if the Titans lose,
so are you gonna put it on Derrick Henry if they lose?
Am I gonna put on Henry?
Yeah.
I'm not putting on Derrick Henry. My whole thing is this, and I agree with what you're saying about thing. Coaching matters, and I talked to I think it was Mad Mike Sports blocking me because I just had a different perspective. Yes, coaching matters, but at the end of the day, if Ryan's doing what he's supposed to do, these games will be closed out.
But I'm using your
it's the defense, it's this. It's
but I'm hold on. I'm using your argument. I'm using your argument.
Great quarterback play makes up for.
I know, but listen. I'm using your argument though. You just said he's the highest person. No. You just said the highest paid person. He's the highest paid person on the team. Therefore, he should take the responsibility. I'm gonna use the Chicago Bears. Let's use Khalil Mack. I believe Khalil Mack is the highest paid person on the Bears team. All right. So if the Bears lose, is it on Khalil Mack?
I'm gonna put some blame on Khalil Mack. League. More than likely, the quarterback is the most highest paid player on the team. That's the position.
But not on all teams, though.
My thing is, if it's all on the offensive coordinator, because let's be real, Dirk Cutter wasn't always the offensive coordinator for the Falcons. This is the excuse. A lot of people, he wasn't always the offensive coordinator. So what about the prior years? Let's talk about now, right? New England is
okay, but I brought that up. But Steve, hold on. Steve Sarkisian in 2018.
Let me finish.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, and I'm coming at you too.
When you get your point, I'll let you finish. Let me finish. I respect you. You know, I talk passionately. When you look at the situation with the Patriots, Josh McDaniels, I think he's an okay offensive coordinator because he's getting the job done, and they don't have the offensive talent. So the players matter more. You just plug in Tom Brady. You put Tom Brady right now on Tampa. Now they're it's not because of Bruce Arians. I don't think he's that good of a coach. Because of Bruce Arians.
You telling me Bruce Arians is not a good of a coach?
Give the narrative. Let's fire Bruce Arians.
Goodness.
All right.
Hold on. Time out.
No. I'm the host.
Hold on. I ain't get a chance to talk. Hold on. I ain't get a chance to talk.
Nope, ain't going down. Nope, not going down. All right, Hawks won. They won. Hawks won 128 to 120.
Discussion. You know what I'm saying? He could come back.
Hold on, Jansen. Hawks won 128 to 120. Trae Young ended with 27 points. Good game for the Hawks. Hawks start 3-0, first time since 2016. Yes, I thought we were talking basketball too. It went kind of sideways with the Falcons. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Jansen come on and talk Falcons one day.
Hold on. Let me get 5 more minutes in, man. 5 more minutes. All right.
5 minutes.
Now, here this is what I'm gonna sit up here and say. You gonna tell me, first off, Bruce Arians is not a good coach. This man done went to the playoffs so many times with Carson Palmer and other teams. Doggone Andrew Luck, his doggone rookie season when he was an OC, and pretty much he took the step to be a head coach when Chuck Picano was going through cancer in 2012. You're not going to sit here telling me Bruce Arians is not a good coach. Second thing is, you telling me that before Dirk Cutter, before Dirk Cutter, guess what? We had Steve Sarkisian, and in 2018, Matt Ryan had the same amount of stats he had 2016 season with Kyle Shanahan. And the man was Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2008, his rookie season. Pro Bowl, multiple time Pro Bowler. Come on now, and this is with different coordinators. You know how many coordinators got jobs off Matt Ryan's expense? Mike Mularkey.
Okay, so all right,
Mike Mularkey became a head coach because of Matt Ryan. Dirk Cutter became a head coach in Tampa Bay because of Matt Ryan. Doggone, they even in the middle of 2018 season, they were considering Steve Sarkisian to be a head coach in the NFL off Matt Ryan and Smith.
All right.
And I forgot about Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, 2016 rolled the coattails of Matt Ryan. What quarterback has he produced since Matt Ryan? And what quarterbacks have he produced before Matt Ryan? He had guys like Brian Hoyer, RG3, those guys, Matt Shaw in Houston.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And now he got Jimmy G. So on to the Hawks. Hawks won. Let's talk about the Hawks in the comments. How do y'all feel about this win? I think this win was a great win by the Hawks. But when they went to that, it looked like the 2-3. The Pistons went to that 2-3 defense, and they were making the Hawks shoot. It wasn't good for the Hawks. So they need to find a way. Yeah, they had ball movement. Yeah, they had ball movement and everything was moving, but they were missing a lot of shots that they should have made. So they need to find out how to, because other teams are going to watch this. They're going to be like, all right, they're having trouble with this zone. This is what I was talking about with the hot streaks and the cold streaks. So let me know what y'all think about this game. As always, we started early tonight. We're going to be doing post-game after every post-game. We're going to be doing post-game reports. I might have somebody on. It won't be the Don because we talking Hawks.
Hey, man, look, man. I love to talk about the Hawks, man. I just wanted to bring this up too, because this was a good topic that I wanted to talk about yesterday. But at the end of the day, I wanted to talk about it because we didn't have that much time. I done did this is my fourth show I done did today.
And I agree with Wallace. This was a great win against teams that we're supposed to beat. Yes, but like we said earlier in the show, this win it shouldn't have been this close. What'd you say, Jensen? Like we said earlier, it shouldn't have been this close. This game should have been it should have been over starting the fourth, to be honest. Without Derrick Rose and without Blake Griffin, starting the fourth, this game should have been over. With 7 minutes in, we should have been putting the bench in, and we should have been coasting.
We should have won this game easily. We should have won this game easily by 20 some points. We should have went down the wire.
So we'll be back with our next show Wednesday. The Hawks play. We'll be back Wednesday. I think the game's at 5. I'll get back to y'all on that. I think it's at 5 though. If it's at 5, we'll have a post game later on that night. Let's get this video to 300 views, y'all. Share this out. Go follow us on the YouTube channel. Once again, thank you, Jansen, for coming on. We should have you on another time. Don, thank you for being here. And at this moment, yo, Ace, you know what to do, dog. Peace.
Thank y'all, man. I have a lot of fun. Thank y'all. I appreciate it.